The princess who fell in love with her reflection until it shattered. Do you know who the loneliest person is? The one who loves only herself, because mirrors don't respond. This is the story of a princess who was so beautiful that she believed she didn't need anyone else. Until one day, the mirror broke, and she realized beauty alone cannot save you. Her name was Selina, Princess Selina, 19 years old. She was born in the kingdom of the Eastern Seas, and the day she was born, the whole kingdom said, "This is the most beautiful girl ever born." As she grew older, her beauty grew with her. Golden hair, blue eyes, skin like silver. People would look at her and stop. Poets wrote poems about her. Painters painted her portraits. And Selina? She took it all for granted. At the age of 5, she received her first mirror, a beautiful mirror with a golden frame. She would stand in front of it for hours, looking at herself, smiling at herself. At 10, there were 10 mirrors in her room. At 15, 20, on every wall, in every corner. Selina's favorite thing to do was to look at herself. When princes came to ask for her hand in marriage, she would look at them and think, "They're not as beautiful as me." When princesses tried to befriend her, she would think, "They're nothing compared to me." Selina didn't need anyone because she loved herself, and herself seemed enough. But was it really enough? On her 18th birthday, there was a grand celebration. The palace was decorated with lights. Thousands of guests arrived. Music filled the air. Everyone praised her. What a beautiful princess! No one can compete with her. Selina smiled, but her smile was empty, because when the celebration ended, when the guests left, she was alone again, in her room, surrounded by mirrors. She stood before the largest one. "I am the most beautiful," she whispered. But the mirror didn't answer. That night, she had a strange dream. She was in an empty palace, no people, no voices, only mirrors. She screamed, "Is there anyone?" Only her own echo replied. Fear filled her chest. But then she saw herself in a mirror and felt calm again. "I have me. That's enough." But was it? The next day, her mother said gently, "Daughter, you should think about marriage." "Why?" Selina replied coldly. "Because you are alone. I am happy." Her mother looked at her with sadness. "Happiness and loneliness are not the same thing, Selina." But Selina ignored her. One day, an ordinary girl arrived at the palace. Her name was Maya. She came from a poor village. The queen gave her work in the palace out of kindness. When Selina first saw Maya, she thought, "This girl is so ordinary, no beauty at all." But then she noticed something else. Maya was laughing with the other servants, and in that laughter, there was something real. Joy, warmth, connection. Selina paused. When was the last time she laughed like that? She couldn't remember. One night, Selina sat before her favorite mirror. It had a golden frame, decorated with precious stones. Her grandmother had given it to her. In that mirror, she believed she looked the most beautiful. "I am perfect," she whispered. Suddenly, a loud rumble, an earthquake. The palace shook violently, and the golden mirror fell. It shattered into 1,000 pieces. Selina screamed, "No, my mirror!" She dropped to her knees, picking up the broken shards, but her reflection was no longer whole. Only fragments, broken pieces of a broken image. She ran to the other mirrors, but none were the same. That golden mirror had been her world, and now it was gone. She began to cry, and for the first time, she didn't understand why it hurt so much. It was just a mirror, but it had been everything. The next day, she ordered the craftsman, "Fix it." They tried, but the pieces were too small. "Princess, it cannot be restored," she shouted. "Then bring me a better one." They brought 100 mirrors, but none were like that one. Selina locked herself in her room. She stopped eating, stopped speaking. She stared at reflections that no longer satisfied her. One evening, Maya entered quietly with food. "Princess, you should eat." "Leave it and go." Maya hesitated. "Princess, are you okay?" Selina snapped. "What difference does it make to you?" Maya answered softly. "You've been alone in this room for years, only with mirrors. Doesn't it feel lonely?" Selina was silent. "I'm poor. I don't even own a mirror, but I have friends, people who understand me." "What nonsense," Selina muttered. But deep inside, she knew Maya was right. That night, Selina stood before her favorite mirror. In the courtyard below, the servants were celebrating a wedding. They were laughing, dancing, singing. Selina felt something unfamiliar. Jealousy. Not of their beauty, but of their happiness. They had nothing, but they had each other. Selina whispered to herself, "Who do I have?" No one. Only mirrors. And mirrors don't love you back. The next morning, Selina did something she had never done before. She left her room. She walked to the servants' quarters. Gasps filled the air. "Princess here?" She looked at Maya. "I want to talk to you." "Yes, Princess?" "You said you have friends. How does that feel?" Maya smiled gently. "Like you're not alone." Tears filled Selina's eyes. "I don't know what that feels like." Maya took her hand. "Beauty is a gift, but friendship is a choice." And in that moment, Selina understood. She had spent her whole life looking at herself, but she had never truly looked at anyone else. She returned to her room. She looked at the mirrors lining the walls, one by one. Then she picked up the first mirror and smashed it. The second, the third. Glass shattered everywhere. The servants rushed in. "Princess, what are you doing?" Selina was crying, but she was also laughing. "I'm freeing myself." Finally, she picked up the broken pieces of the golden mirror and threw them out the window. "I am no longer your prisoner." The next morning, her room had no mirrors, only empty walls. And for the first time in her life, she felt peace. She went downstairs. She sat beside the servants. They stared in surprise. "Princess, you may sit here?" Selina smiled softly. "Please, just call me Selina." From that day forward, she began to change. She listened to stories. She shared meals. She laughed, truly laughed. And one day, when she caught her reflection in a small piece of glass, she smiled, not because she was beautiful, but because she was no longer alone. Selina's story teaches us something important. Beauty cannot give you love. Mirrors cannot give you a heart. They don't sit beside you when you cry. They don't hold your hand in the dark. They don't love you back. So ask yourself, who are you loving? Your reflection or real people? Because if you love only yourself, one day, when the mirror breaks, you may find yourself completely alone. It took Selina 20 years to learn this lesson. It shouldn't take you that long. Today, look away from your mirror. Look at someone real, because life is not about seeing yourself. It is about feeling others. And when you truly feel others, that is when you are truly alive. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that make you think and feel. See you in the next story.
Please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Thank you for your support.